Welcome back to the channel. I am really excited today to be able to share with you my brand new water catching system. I have been looking for this system, actively searching online to see how to get a hold of this here in the United States. So this setup is actually something that is sold and commonly used in the United Kingdom, over in London. I've seen many videos of various plumbing companies using this setup. I absolutely love what I see. Right now, I've just been using a collapsible bucket, kind of collapse it back down, slide it in place where it needs to go, and let it catch water. And that works a whole lot better than a fixed bucket that can't collapse or move, but it still leaves a lot to be desired. So this system here is actually the Derblaue system. This is a German-made product, I believe. And again, it's sold in the UK. I have spent hours upon hours trying to figure out how to get a hold of one here in the United States. And short of flying over to London to purchase a set, I have been unable to get it determined until very recently. A friend of mine who is a plumber up in North Carolina, he actually provided me a link to a distributor here in the United States who does sell these products. So placed the order, finally got it, and we're gonna unbox it today, take a look at it, and I'm gonna be putting it to use tomorrow. Let's check it out. So we'll start with opening up the outer packaging here. And it looks like there is an actual box inside of here. I really was not 100% sure if there would be an actual proper box or if it was just gonna be the kit wrap, because it's kind of flexible somewhat, that box. Kind of been beaten a little bit. But I think that's gonna be okay. I think the product will be just fine. Get all this peeled away. And we've got the Derblaue service set. So let's see, how do they intend us to open this? Okay, we got these little... Alright, we've got these little peels here. And let's check out what we've got. Okay, so it looks like everything is in this nice little bag setup. Gonna take a look at the bag. Smells nice. All right, so the first item we are pulling out. Cool, so this little setup here, this is actually, so got these little magnets on the sides. This is actually designed to be able to, if you got like a pipe coming out the wall, you could put this underneath it, and as you trim the line, it'll guide the water into the catch system. You got these little loops here you can hook on, I suppose. Got magnets. You can also just kind of prop it into place in many of the circumstances that I'll be working with. We have got a little pad here. This will actually go around piping. Now this is set up for, it doesn't actually specify it on here, I think it's 15mm pipe. Again, this is really intended and designed for the UK, but I should absolutely be able to work that around piping here in the States as well. Looks like I can kind of open it up some and don't even have to close it all the way, but I could also notch it just a little bit if needed. And there's actually, it looks like Velcro on the, some sort of, that's not exactly Velcro. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It works like Velcro, but, so it pushes in and it stays, it latches, it's hooked, but it's not Velcro. I'm not sure what that product is, but it works well, it's intuitive. Looks like this bends and will hold its shape. Got the main product here. The main product is the bucket. So this little bucket here, you can form and fit where you need to. My current collapsible buckets, they will collapse down and sides, but that's all they're gonna do. So this is gonna be amazing for sliding in tight areas where we have like a toilet up against a tub that will slide in. We're trying to capture something like cutting into a PRV that's just behind a water heater. I'll be able to slide this back there. So the kit will get set up like so, and then we could take another piece here if there's piping coming out of the wall, and just kind of guide that water right into the system. Man, I am excited about that. It actually felt like there was something else here in the bag too. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, there is something in here. That is... okay, what do we have here? Oh, we've got paperwork on it. Paperwork and stickers. All right. Got Derblaue, Hot Flexible Flüssigkeits Auffangeisystem. I'm sure I butchered that. Nie mehr ohne Derblaue. If I have any German viewers, absolutely make fun of my German, because I don't know German whatsoever. I've got some German family, and you know, some of them might watch this, but yeah, I'm sure that was plain awful. So one thing that this kit does not include, that the Derblaue system overseas I can get a hold of, that I really wanted, is a pump. So the Derblaue system overseas, there is a little rectangular pump that will sit in place. Actually, I think we've got a slot for it here in this bag. We sure do. So we have a little slot right here that you can slide the pump into. Honestly, I thought it was a larger slot than that, but maybe their pumps really are that skinny, or it's got a clip, I'm not sure. And the pump will sit in place. You can then pump water out through tubing, so that if it starts to fill up too high as you're working on the system, which I experience all the time with my buckets, they'll fill up too high, you gotta do a quick dump the bucket, put it back, try to block off water in the meantime. It can be quite the hassle, quite the pain, especially if you're working in an environment that you are trying to keep very controlled. It would be a beautiful thing to have a pump. So I could not get a hold of this pump. And I realized that being overseas, it was going to use a different power adapter anyway. I understand from another plumber who makes YouTube videos who I watch frequently, he's over in London, that he has only had to charge this thing, I think he said twice a year, or maybe it was once every 2 years, something few and far between. So I figured I would just grab myself a power adapter for here in the US, charge it up as needed, and then have it with me. But I can't get a hold of the pump. So I have actually completely created my own pumping system. It's a little bit larger, gonna be a little bit more annoying than the one they've got there, but it's still gonna be so much nicer than working without one. So I'll show you what I've got. So this is my workaround. I have taken what I believe is intended to be an RV pump, and I'm gonna be using this as my pump to pump out the contents from this bucket. I'm obviously not going to bring this on every single job, not gonna take this out of the vehicle on every single job, but when I know it's gonna be really helpful to have it, or I'm cutting into a main water line that's on the low point of the system, or if I'm replacing a shutoff valve for a toilet that's in the basements, usually the low portion of the system, and you just have to keep on filling up a bucket and filling up a bucket, something like that's gonna be perfect. So the way this works, it has a standard electrical outlet or electrical cord. Not every situation is going to be handy to that. So I have purchased a Milwaukee converter for the M18 battery. So I will be able to plug this in and press the button, and it should turn right on. There we go. Don't know if you can hear that. You probably can. It's noisy enough. And I'll be able to actually toggle the button on the inverter to turn it on and off. I also, on the discharge hose, I've installed a shutoff valve, so I can use that to toggle as well. So that's the off position. I can turn it on when I go to use it, and then shut it back off. I probably shouldn't have operated with it closed. Let's see how it sounds when it's open. See if it's the same volume. Oh, there we go, a lot louder. And of course I don't want to run it dry for long, but that's how that operates. So I have got a nice long 10-foot hose. I may end up trimming that down a little bit, and I'll be able to pretty much put that wherever I need to, whether it be I'm working in a garage and want to just pump it right out of the house, or working in a basement, get it into a sink, get it into a tub. And I have another 10-foot hose attached to essentially the input where it's going to be pumping from. We also have a little filter on here as well, so that if there's any kind of dirt or debris, it should be able to catch that. And that just threads right off. It's easily serviceable. These fittings are replaceable as well, so down the road if they ever get damaged or cracked, I'll be able to take care of that. So the idea is I will put the tubing, let's see, let's open that up a little bit. Haven't even used this yet. I've been waiting for this video before I use any of the system. So I'll be able to put the tubing directly into the Derblaue catching system that's going to be catching the water, and then just pump it out where it needs to go. And no more running back and forth, trying to shut things off real quick, dump it, come back, open it up. Sometimes you've got a line that's just already cut in place and you're putting paper towels down so you can quickly dump and catch and soak up any water that spills out. No more of that. Finally, hours and hours of searching over the last year, got myself a Derblaue kit. So I am really looking forward to putting this to action. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully this will help you out. I am going to put a link, just a link in the description to where I purchased this product so that you can do the same thing if you would like to. I'm gonna go ahead and link everything I purchased. Some of these may be affiliate links, which simply means that if you do choose to place an order for any of these parts, I may receive a small commission at no additional charge to you. Honestly, most are not affiliate links. I just don't have affiliate links with most of these companies, such as where I actually get the kit from. I think the pump may be one, but either way, if you're interested, definitely something to check out. It is pricey. I think between this entire setup, I may have spent like $600-700, which is probably outrageous if you're just someone who, this isn't really what you do for your line of work, but just around the house you may want something. This is gonna be overkill for you, I'm sure, but for someone like myself who is in this trade of work, in this line of work, I'm going to multiple calls every single day. I run into situations where this is one of my larger headaches dealing with is water control when cutting into a line on the low side of the system. This is going to be so worth the investment to keep things cleaner for my customers and keep myself more sane while working with it. Just set it up, pump it out, just let it do its thing. So again, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a wonderful day. Lass laufen. Lass laufen? Lass laufen. Lass la... Never mind.